I've been using edit on release ever since it first came out for one reason, because I got boomer fingers. With edit on release turned off, you have to press more buttons per edit, which slows me down a lot. But having edit on release on keeps my edit speed fast, but there are a few cons to edit on release, and in this video, I'm gonna help you get past those cons and get godly mechs on edit on release. Before we get into the video, I'm excited to share today's sponsor, Buff Gaming. If you haven't already heard of Buff, listen up. It's an app where you can unlock tons of sweet prizes while gaming, such as more games, gift cards, and even gaming equipment, all for free. All you gotta do is have Buff running in the background and complete the challenges that you get in the app while playing any compatible games such as Valorant, Fortnite, Minecraft, and more. Buff is a trusted app of Overwolf, so it's safe, and it takes nearly zero computer power to run, so it won't cause any lag. Buff even just partnered up with NRG, which is sweet and shows you how good of an app it actually is. Download Buff for free using the link in the description and start earning while gaming today. Without further ado, let's hop into this video. The first trick I have for you is a trick to increase your edit speed. When it comes to edit on release, you can get your edit speed to be so fast, but it is all about timing. What I want you to do for this part of the video is hop into creative, build a ramp and then a floor, and then hold your floor build out while editing your floor. Literally just edit one tile of your floor on repeat. One of my most OG viewers named Fox actually taught me this trick. If you press your edit button and your select edit button at the same exact time, you can literally make an instant edit. Start out slow, press your edit button and your select edit button at the same time, and then slowly speed it up until you get that rhythm down. Once you get it down really quickly on just a floor, practice doing the same timing with your edit button while doing double and triple edits. Practice this like here and there until you get your edit speed to a point that you're happy with. It'll definitely help in the long run. People ask me all the time how I'm able to do this cone flip while on edit on release. It's pretty simple but pretty important. You need to have an extra reset button. If you look at my settings here, I have reset as my scroll wheel, which you definitely should have if you're on keyboard and mouse, but I also have it as the right mouse button. So anytime I'm looking to reset and make a new edit all in one motion, I use that right mouse button, just like this. This only applies to keyboard and mouse scroll wheel users on edit on release, but it's pretty important. The next tip is get comfortable canceling your edits by pulling out your pickaxe or your gun. There's been so many times where my life has been saved because I noticed myself making an edit and it would have gotten me killed if I confirmed it. But I pulled out my pickaxe before letting go of the edit button to cancel that edit and save my life. You gotta get in a good habit of doing that. I'd say the best habit is to get in the habit of pulling your shotgun out rather than like a pickaxe. Now the biggest con to edit on release, and this is what all the pros say, is peak shots. You can't do as optimal of peaks. But once you get really good at edit on release, that's just not true. The one thing you can't do is this. You can't grab an edit and hold it while like waiting to confirm an edit, you know what I mean? Because if you look at the other tiles, it's going to select those and ruin your edit. But in actual reality, how often are you gonna be in that position where you're just holding an edit? It's not that crucial in my eyes. The thing you need to get good at is getting behind your cover before confirming your edits. And this is a difficult skill to do, but once you can master it, that's when you're at a good level on edit on release. The first thing I should mention is if you go to Raider's mechanical practice map, you can go to the peak shot section, and there's going to be these flying orbs, and if you set up a peak where you're visible when you confirm that edit, the orb will shoot you and you'll get hit. So practice doing it until you can get to the point where you're not getting hit by the orb anymore, ever. That's when you know you're getting it down and you're getting good peaks on edit on release. An important skill to have in this sense is focusing on where the enemy is behind the wall before confirming your edit. You need to make sure that you know exactly what part of the box the opponent is in. That way you can position yourself far enough behind your right hand peak and you won't get hit. This peak shot course is a good place to practice that because you need to know where the orb is before confirming your edit, otherwise you're gonna get hit. And the same exact thing applies in game. In real fights, players are always trying to counter peek and get shots on you and make your right hand peaks less optimal for you. So getting this skill down where you know where the enemy is behind the wall before confirming your edit is so important. The next important thing is be patient. If you make a bad peek, cancel it and make a new one. I make bad peaks all the time, but I'm trying to get in the habit where if I do set up a bad peak, I immediately reset it and make a better peak before the enemy can take a shot on me. Now, at the end of the day, this is just like basic peak stuff. There's always going to be an optimal peak to be found, but the biggest thing is catching them off guard with it. If you focus too much and you're too slow and you set up peaks, but it's obvious that it's coming, then they're probably still going to be able to counter you. So just practice getting in the habit in that Raiders mechanical map of setting up the most optimal peak as fast as possible. And once you get it down at a fast pace, that's when you're gonna be unstoppable. Now, 2 more things in this video. First, you may have already heard this, but the first is keep your builds out while building and editing, and that'll give you less edit delay. This applies to edit on release off as well, but it's worth saying. And the last tip is slow down your edits when you're in Storm Surge lobbies or like stacked endgames. If you're lagging, slow your edits down. Recently, I've just noticed that in Storm Surge lobbies, when everybody's like lagging around and rubber banding, I'll miss like 3 edits in a row every single time I try to edit one wall. And the issue is when you're on edit on release in these lobbies, I've noticed that I will try to press the select edit button before the game even registers that I've pressed the edit button. So then it'll just cancel out the edit because it thinks I tried to make an edit and messed it up, but all the timing was off. So I'm trying to be more patient and wait until I can see like the actual edit go through. I don't know. It really just comes down to taking more time. I don't know how to explain it, bro. A lot of times in lobbies like this, I see pros literally going so slow while doing their tunnels, and that just makes them more consistent. So I'm trying to do the same thing, and you should too. Anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you out. I've been on edit on release for so long, so I figured I should probably make a tip video for you other edit on release players. Let me know if it helped you out in the comments. Don't forget to like and use code JivanTV, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.